You've got to be kidding me right meow. Yo, what's up, boys and girls? Swolelax here, and I'm back at it again with another video, something a little bit different. Today, I'm here to tell you why you're wrong about RedEyes. So I made a video talking about why I think RedEyes will never beat Blue Eyes. And was I wrong? Didn't think so. However, a lot of people right meow think that I was incorrect in saying that I'm not playing the deck right, that there's certain strategies I wasn't accounting for. I didn't talk about the trap cards enough, that the FTK is really good. And today we're gonna get into all of that. I'm gonna be expanding a little further upon why I think RedEyes are just so underwhelming. But Swolelax, the potential. Get out of here. So we're gonna go over three things real quick just to kind of ease everyone's mind in terms of this RedEyes debacle. First things first, I've played a lot of RedEyes in my day. I've played a lot of variants of RedEyes. Before you see me as the competitive swole man you see before you, I played so many casual and so many rogue decks, it would blow your mind. And RedEyes was one of them. Like I said in the previous video, I love RedEyes. RedEyes is super sick. It looks super dope. And some of the combos you can create are super fun and kind of nuts. However, I argue that right meow RedEyes is just too slow to compete at the level that Blue Eyes can. So let's go through and debunk some of the things. First things first, I'm not playing it right. Like I said, I've been playing a lot of variants. I've accounted for the Galaxy Tomahawk Link plays. I've accounted for all the shenanigans that I can pull off with the Red Archfiend Dragon. I've seen all the combos you can do by special summoning multiple RedEyes on the field, by attacking for game, by equipping things like the Kunio Chain, by equipping things like the Black Metal Dragon. And all variants of this deck are just way too inconsistent. There's not enough draw power, even with additions of draw cards with the FTK variant. There is not enough power, even with things like the equip spells, even with things like Black Metal Dragon. And there's just straight up not enough special summoning to make this deck fast enough to play. Granted, maybe you want to go for the slow burn. Maybe you want to go for the control variant of RedEyes. Well, that one sucks too because you're playing so many trap cards, but it's not a trap-centric deck. It's supposed to be and wants to be a combo dragon deck, but it doesn't do that. And number two, your anecdotal evidence. Look, it's great that you may have won games with your RedEyes deck. It's great that you may have won against Blue Eyes with your RedEyes deck. As someone who has played multiple, if not tens of hundreds of games with cards like Neospacian and straight fusion heroes, I recognize that you can win games with casual decks. I've been playing a lot of Neospacians recently, and we have a relatively decent win rate because chances are when you go into a match, you may or may not win one by getting lucky. It doesn't mean the deck's good, it doesn't mean the deck's consistent, it just means that you happen to get all the right conditions for your deck to win. So yeah, if you play 100 games with RedEyes, you may or may not win 40 games, you may or may not win 25 games. You may or may not win more games than that. You could even win one game, and that one game could be against Gokis. Let's say you're playing against a Goki deck, which is one of the best decks of the current format. The Goki player doesn't open up any hand traps, any interruptions, and is going second. You're going first, and you're playing the FTK variant. You slap down your FTK, your Black Meteor Dragon, you get your two little like blast burn cards, whatever it's called, and boom, you win the game right there. That's a win, but that's an outlier. Those kind of games happen, those kind of things happen. That actually transitions nicely into the third thing I want to talk about, which is the FTK. The FTK ain't good. Sorry to tell you that. Some FTKs are really good, like in case of the Pendulum Magician. Some FTKs are just kind of okay, like Exodia. But this FTK is just not consistent enough to be good. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question really quick. If the FTK was good with RedEyes, why isn't it making top cuts? Why don't I see it topping regionals? Why don't I see it topping YCS? Why don't I see it topping WCQs? Exactly. Well, because it's not necessarily meta, it's not necessarily blah, blah, blah. The decks that are making these tops, that are making these YCSs, that are making these WCQs are good decks. They're consistent, they work, and Blue Eyes is amongst them. Blue Eyes was the best deck of a format. Look back and tell me that RedEyes was the best deck of any format, and that's what I thought. In addition to that, you may be saying to yourself, well, FTKs can get countered really easily, blah, 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 hand traps. Look, let's take the Pendulum Magician FTK, for example. The Pendulum Magician FTK was insane because not only were you playing the Pendulum Magician deck, but you also had the chance to win without your opponent even touching their cards. It was insane, and maybe if they stopped you from doing the FTK, then you were still playing a Pendulum deck. If your opponent stops you from playing your RedEyes FTK, then you're playing a RedEyes deck, which, as we've gone over, is just not good enough. That transitions nicely into the trap cards. Sure, the RedEyes Kunai Chain card is actually not that bad inside the deck, but you're playing this card, which is otherwise a pretty decent card, inside the RedEyes deck. What does that really get you? What does it really do? Sorry, this one's more of a rant. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm still playing it wrong. Maybe I'm still looking at this the wrong way, and maybe I'm still just a hater. But like I said, I like RedEyes. I want them to be good. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. If you guys like the video, make sure to leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. I've got more videos coming in the pipeline, so stay tuned for that if you want to. But right now, tell me what you guys think is the best way to fix red eyes, the best, most optimal way to fix and play red eyes. I don't know. You got to be kidding me. All right. Peace out.